Hello everyone, this is your English teacher Gaya Lakawi. Today our lesson will be about the past tenses, the simple past, the past perfect, and the past continuous. The objective of our session will be to identify how and when to use the past tenses. First, we're gonna start with the simple past. We use the simple past tense for finished past actions. For example, I watched a movie yesterday, I ate dinner 2 hours ago, and I was busy last week. These actions are done in the past. That's why we mainly put a time indicator at the end of the sentence, like yesterday, 2 hours ago, and last week, to indicate that the action is done in the past. Now for the regular verbs, to form the simple past with the regular verbs, we take the verb, and then we add ed at the end of the verb. For example, the verb watch becomes watched in the past. And this is how we conjugate it. Okay, the verb doesn't change, the regular verbs don't change in the past according to the subject, even if the subject changes from singular to plural, it doesn't matter. The verb does not change. It stays the same. Now for the irregular verbs, have different forms in the past. That's why you have to memorize them all. There's a long list that you have to memorize, and these are examples from this list. Eat, ate, go, went, have, had, and these are the examples, but you have to memorize all of them, all of the list. Now, verb to be is the only simple past verb that changes forms for different subjects, which means that if you have a subject like I, he, she, or it, verb to be becomes was. And if you have a subject like you, they, or we, verb to be becomes were. I was tired, you were tired, and so you go. Now, the past perfect tense, it is used to describe an action that happened before an action in the simple past, which means that it is used to describe which action happened first. Now, how do we form the past perfect? The past perfect is formed when we put had plus the past participle of the verb. For example, he failed his test because he hadn't studied. So, hadn't studied is the first action and failed is the second action. So, he didn't study, that's why he failed. Another example, she had not seen snow until she visited Canada. The first action is that she had not seen snow before, and then she visited Canada. So this is the first action and this is the second action. Now the past perfect can be used to express a past wish or a regret also. Like here, he wishes he hadn't eaten so much last night. He hadn't eaten is the past perfect tense. Now the past continuous, it is formed by putting was or were, which is verb to be, just like we saw before, plus the verb plus ing. When do we use it? We use it with something that continued before and after a second action. Like Melanie was cooking dinner when Bob got home. So Melanie was cooking dinner and Bob got home, but Bob coming home didn't stop Melanie from cooking. So the two actions are going at the same time. Now, it is also used with something that happened before and after a particular time. Like in December, she was working 3 jobs. So, through the whole month, she was working 3 jobs. Now, it is also used to show that something that continued for some time. They were laughing. Like they were laughing, they didn't stop suddenly. No, they continued stopping for a short period of time. It is also used for something that continued to happen. They were always fighting. This is like something that always happens. They were always fighting. It is also used with verbs that show change. He was losing his hair. Now for the homework, you read, and then you pick which answer is the correct answer. Okay? Thank you.